Good evening. I'm used to saying welcome to Garden of Serenity. I'm used to saying welcome to Garden of Serenity, but still, nonetheless, welcome to Garden of Serenity. This afternoon, I went live. I usually go live twice a day, no specific time. I know I'm new to TikTok, still learning the ropes, so nonetheless. So end up having a lot to do this morning as far as in the garden. I did I planted some flowers, planted some basil. All the basil that I had in my little garden containers, I put those in the garden. So I'm gonna have bukus of basil, bukus of marigolds. So nonetheless, I'm grateful. So I had all that going on, and then my husband was fertilizing fruit trees, fertilizing tomato plants, watering them in, what have you. A lot of things going on. So we didn't go live earlier today. Nonetheless, I went live this afternoon, and during my live, I kept having issues with the internet service. It was freezing, it was pausing, it was doing all this stuff. And then, for some reason, you know how you can, well, maybe not all, but some can get on live and you can connect with so many different people, and it's just like friends, family, aunts, uncles, just a big family reunion. And then there's days like today when you really just wasn't feeling the connection. You was feeling the connection more in your garden than you was on social media. And so I had to kind of get off because had this feeling of connection with my garden. It was calling me, and I had to answer and soak it up. I had to soak it up, y'all. I just had to soak it up. It kept calling me because the weather was beautiful. We had perfect temperature, no humidity, the wind whistling in the trees. It was just calling me. I needed some quiet time. So, nonetheless, thank you all for joining. All of the returning viewers, love y'all so much. The ones that just joined us for the first time, following Garden of Serenity, encouraging us as well. Thank you. Y'all keep me laughing. On Garden of Serenity, we talk about everything, not just gardening. We talk about life. We talk about encouraging each other, keeping each other uplifted, especially in a day and time that we're living in now. Not only encouraging each other to grow, grow in our gardens, but grow in our social lives. Love for people. That's what we need. Be kind. Be kind. But nonetheless, after I got off the live, I just started soaking it all up, and I was actually duck watching, y'all. So our little ducks went from 2 to 4 to 8 to 14. So they'd be out there fighting, trying to take each other's food, and then have a lot of them. Like today, went to my pond, and I seen all the other ducks, like they was all scattered around, but I had 2 that were circling over my head, which made me feel uncomfortable. Like the name of the duck is black belly whistling ducks. And I heard them whistling. I'm like, this is not a friendly whistle. Like, I'm gonna have to go. So I let them be. But nonetheless, I enjoyed the serenity, the peace that God gave me in my garden. So I had to suck it up today. So with that being said, thank you for joining. As I always say, I always tell my viewers, they ask, how did your garden get started? Did you have a plan? And what was your blueprint? Okay, we didn't have a plan. How the garden got started was I was going through a stage of grief from losing my sister, my oldest sister, in March of 2025 from stage 4 lung cancer. She fought it twice. In that same week, that Saturday, I lost my niece and her unborn child in a car accident. So kind of after that, I stayed in my house for like a week or so, and my husband came out and told me, he said, you need to come outside and you need to get you some fresh air. He had only started 3 beds during the time, and he started those 3 beds in February. I lost my sister and my niece in March. And so he said, you need to come outside, get you some fresh air. I came outside, y'all, with just those 3 beds. It was like just the weight of the world was lifted up off of me. I just had to take a deep breath. And I felt such peace. I mean, the birds were singing extremely loud, and those 3 beds was just beautiful. It was just life. And I was like, I told my husband during the time, I said, this feels like serenity. And he said, we'll just start a garden. I said, what am I gonna call it? He said, call it Garden of Serenity. And that's where that name come from. And so we just kept adding beds, adding love, working together in unity, getting joy out of it. We learned a lot together over the course of these past 14 months. So my advice to any gardener just starting, first thing you have to do is love it. Love your plants. They feel it, and they will return a great harvest to you. Take care of them, they'll take care of you. Another advice I would give to you, don't stop. Don't stop trying. Sometimes you have to go out, do your garden inspection, suck it up. Suck up the beauty of your garden. That's all I can